Hi, my name is Jeff O'Reilly. I'm General Manager of D'Arcy McGee's Irish Pub, and today we're here to talk about the perfect pour. Brewers work extremely hard to provide the perfect beer, and it's important that we do our job to provide the perfect pint. After all, a perfect beer is a thing of beauty. There are a lot of things that go on behind the scenes to create the perfect poured pint. A lot of them that you don't think about, a lot of them that if they don't happen, will reduce the beauty of the pint that we're about to pour. Having a perfectly controlled temperature in the beer fridge of between 2 and 4 degrees. What are we at right now? Oh, 3 degrees. 3 degrees, perfect. A clean beer fridge. Every single thing that touches the liquid is spotless and sanitized and clean. Mixed gases, so CO2 and nitrogen working together to protect and preserve the beer. This is our beer gas system, so we've got a nitrogen generator here and tanks of CO2. Together they mix to create beer gas, which once again protects the beer, pushes the beer through, every last drop goes through. Secondary regulators, as with so many different varieties of beers, you need different pressures for the different beers. The secondary regulators, which regulate the pressure and gas flow and mixture of gas from every single draft beer. Finally, draft-ready glassware. A perfectly clean glass is super important. Things like lipstick and finger smudges will eat away at the head and take away from the quality of the beer. Stiegl is for the Stiegl Radler, which is a grapefruit beer. So it's nice and cold, easy to drink, refreshing. Not a lot of nose or aromatics through that, so it has a smaller opening. As we see here with Kitchissippi, it's a much bigger bowl and a much rounder opening because they want you to smell the head and the bouquet coming from the beer. Same thing with Erdinger, which is a wheat beer from Germany. This allows for the big, fluffy flower of head and once again releases the nose. When you look and compare the difference, say from a Hoegaarden glass to a Kitchissippi glass and the thickness of the glass, the biggest feature here with this big garbage can of a glass, with the thick glass, it protects the beer and keeps it cold, so when you're holding it in your hands, the beer stays cold, and that's what they want, is a nice, cold, refreshing pint. We're going to start off by pouring a pint of Alexander Keith's India Pale Ale, the pride of Nova Scotia. A lot of things that are important in this process right now. Very important that, again, we have a clean, draft-ready glass. We are going to take the tap handle. I'm going to pull it directly towards me at a 45, the glass will be at a 45-degree angle. And I'm pouring it down. The nozzle will never touch the glass. I start to straighten up once I get to the crest or the logo. Hold that back, and as we can see, a perfectly poured pint. Generally what you want to have is an inch or an inch and a half of head. The same principles happen at home when you're enjoying a bottle of beer. Bottles are for babies. You don't want to drink out of the bottle. What you want to do is you want to pour the bottle of beer into the glass to release again the carbonation, so you're getting all the flavors, all the aromas, the beer exactly as the brewer intended you to have it. So a 5 ounce glass, 45-degree angle, somewhere towards the middle of the glass. Pouring up, you can be aggressive or not. Start straightening out. Good, to the last drop. Nice, clean, clear head. Everything is carbonated. You can see the bubbles going. Beautiful beer, a beautiful pint. Guinness is what they call a nitrogenated beer. We pour it in 2 shots, just so it's perfect. When you pour it in one time, it just seems to come out a little more bitter. So, pulling the handle towards me, 45-degree angle. I'm aiming at the harp, which gives me a little bit of target. The beer is coming forward, nice and creamy. As it comes to the harp, I pull it straight down, and I release it until the beer gets to the top of the harp. Now the cool thing that's going on here is this beautiful cascading action. And that again is the nitrogen and the CO2 in the beer coming together, and it's filling up the pint. Now that the Guinness is settled, I top it up. I'm pushing towards me, just releases the gases a little slower. I'm drawing a little picture of a shamrock, and as you can see, it's proud of the rim. A perfect pint.